Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is NoDust here, and we are going back into Budget League. I think that's what I'm going to call this series. We're in Season 0, Ep 2 of Budget League. As you can see, I haven't picked the champion yet, but we are going to get to that. Yeah, there we go. And so we are unable to get into ranked mode. Classic. Normal ranked mode until next level, so I'm forced to do one more Summoner's Rift, and last time we had some trouble with some AFKs, but I think intermediate is fine. It just makes things more interesting. So let's queue up. I'll talk with you guys or maybe I'll wait until the champ select comes up, then I'll be right back. Okay, so we're in champ select. Let's see, I would like to run the jungle, but I don't get smite until summoner level 10, so I'm not running the jungle. MF is already taken. Let's take Brand.
Ready to set the world on fire.
I like Brand. Do I have anything? I don't really have anything that synergizes with me playing Brand, but let's go. So I was wondering how I would run this champ selection bit of the videos, because sometimes people drop out in champ select, or sometimes it takes a long time, especially when you're in ranked. So I'm going to experiment with a couple of things, and probably I'm thinking I'm probably settling on I'll resume the clip and start talking with you guys again once everyone's locked in and the countdown is starting, and then I'm going to skip this part, so I'll be right back with you guys once we're in game. Okay, we are back, and I have picked everything that there isn't to be picked. Just check. Well, no, I haven't picked anything. And let's just grab our items, picking up a Doran's ring, double pots, or should I save? Yeah, let's take the double pots, just in case. I'm not going to have a lot of survivability, just thanks to my lack of runes and masteries, although we do have a little bit. We have a slight amount of AP, I think. We have a slight amount of magic pen, I believe, in the kit, and we have a slight amount of HP in the kit, just from our runes and masteries, although I could be wrong. Okay, what do I want to take? Probably taking the W, Pillar of Flame. Although there is merit to taking the Q, because the Q deals more damage, is on a shorter cooldown. Let's take the Q, actually. It gives you a better 1v1 matchup. Because the W doesn't immediately combo with anything. The W, I mean, a lot of Brand's abilities, if you guys aren't familiar with Brand, have to do with comboing your spells together, because everything does more. So if you see that yellow blaze text, everything does more damage, or has a higher effect if you're able to burn something prior to hitting it with that spell. So with my Q, I deal more damage and I stun them if I am able to... Oh my god, how did I miss that? If I'm able to land a burn like with another spell on them. And I'm getting some latency here. Let me see. Why am I getting latency here? What is happening in the background such that I am getting latency? Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, let me just... I don't want to lose any CS. Yeah, we're sitting at about 100 MS. Let me... Yeah, silly backups. I told you to pause the backups. So what I'm talking about here, and you know, just stepping behind the curtain a little bit, is I subscribe to online backups. And I tell them to back up whenever I'm not doing things, and sometimes it doesn't realize that I am doing things because I'm using the keyboard and I've loaded up League of Legends. I really would like it if certain online backup services, you know, we're more proactive in that sense. We're able to say, you know, detect when you have a game in the foreground and stop the backup automatically for you. That would be so nice. But you know, sometimes online backups are pretty immature market, I feel, and I was asking a little too much. It's like a stretch goal. Why are you in mid? Whatever. Who cares? Okay, I'm gonna push out on this brand. Oh, just missed that. Crap. I don't think that was quite enough. Would have been nice if the Ash had helped me and put some damage on the brand, and that's fine. Probably asking too much of a level 2 summoner, so I'm just going to sit here and KS you on the last hits, because this is my lane after all. And yeah, I'll take the E just to give myself a little more burn damage. Okay, let's go port. What's this Teemo doing? Now what do I want? Corruption potion is probably good here. Does it give me mana as well? Yeah, I'll take the corruption potion, and I'll run top. You know, you insist on being in bot, Ash. I will push top with my friend Fiddlesticks. So one thing about league etiquette is if you are AFK from computer and you come back. Oh, you died in mid. Okay, I'm going mid. If you're AFK at the start of the game and you come back and people have taken their lanes, don't go mid if someone's taken mid. You know. Go top or bot usually, or into the jungle if possible. It's just pad form. But anyway, like I said, level 2 summoner. I'm not expecting you to know much about the game. Not expecting you to know any of the etiquette. It is very much fine. Spread like wildfire. Oh, that was a stupid miss. Okay, and I was taking way too much damage from the minions. But I do have my potion. It's time to spread some havoc. So I'm just going to keep chugging that potion. Okay, spread it to him. Come out to me, so I can Q you in the. Okay. So that cooldown is down. Just missed. It's a bummer. I'll stick with the Q actually. The Q gives me. I know I've been really poor with hitting those skill shots, but the Q. Yeah, and I think there's something wrong with my silly let me deal with it. Okay, I'm just going to stand here. I don't care about the CS. Sometimes this backup nonsense, it doesn't stop backing up when I tell it to stop backing up. So I'm going to shut it off. Yeah, like I said, very new sort of market of things, you know, and there is a lot of them. Like, I see the value of backing up all of your data online. There are risks there inherent as well, but you know, if your house burns down, or if there's or you know, the place where you're living burns down, data is important, and a lot of my data comes in the form of, you know, family photos and so on and so forth, and it's really important to me that I have a backup of those. You know, it's not so much anything like any information or any invoices or any receipts. I couldn't care less about the receipts. Honestly, the only people who care about the receipts are, oh crap, the government. I couldn't care less about the receipts. I care way more about, you know, photos of my family and friends, and, you know, possibly some videos that we've taken. So I've activated this online backup, and it's caused me some headaches. But, you know, it's in my opinion, it's well worth it. It's well worth the headache of having to sometimes have some. You know, my MS has gone down in league now, so I'm quite happy with that. We'll take the boots. And what else am I buying with the boots? Forbidden Idol, what does that combo into? Yeah, that's not too bad, because I can get Grievous Wounds. Alright. Oh, hold on. Was there anything else I could have grabbed? Nah. And I'll grab a Fairy Charm again, because I do seem to be having some minor issues, although I've been playing a little carelessly. And, you know, that first push out against Brand there, I took way too many ranged minion shots. Probably worth saving for, because Brand is such a close mid-range caster. Probably worth saving for Catalyst the Protector into Rod of Ages. Probably not traditionally something you see on Brand, but I have my own playstyle. I'm more of freaky hell. That was really bad. I'm more of a. Okay, let's go. Okay, he should be dead. There we go. Just right. I'm more of a mid-range caster sort of guy. and I prefer to have some more survivability. Like in a game like League, where you have to choose your items, as opposed to a game like Heroes of the Storm, where you just choose your talents. Offensiveness is defensiveness is offensiveness. And I'm going to explain that. If you are a damage dealer and you are so squishy you die straight away, your effective damage goes down. If you are a tank and you deal no damage, then people can just ignore you, which means your effective tankiness goes down. So you always need to be playing a balancing act between being offensive and defensive. And this is true for... Ouch. This is true for every champion in League. I believe. I don't think there's a champion that is exempt from this sort of concept. That offensiveness is defensiveness is offensiveness. So, you know, if I'm Brand and I deal a ton of damage, but I go down super easy... Oh my gosh. Oh no. One of the times when my bottom left mouse positioning gets to me. If I'm Brand and I deal a ton of damage, but I'm not defensive at all, then my overall effective damage goes down. Because I'm so easy to take out, I can just be one shot by assassins. And obviously, this depends on the sort of composition your opposing team is running. If they have a lot of damage over time, tanks and stuff, you know, it takes them time for their damage to ramp up, then you can probably go a little more reckless. Yeah, didn't want to have popped the ghost, but better to have popped the summoner spell and forced him to back. We'll see how he was going to back there than to die. Much better to gain lane dominance than to die. Okay, and I think I will go back once I have enough for Catalyst. How much do I need for Catalyst? 1200, okay, we're almost there. Or I'll go back as soon as my opposing Brand comes back into lane. So I'll be a little more aggressive and reckless with my spells. Okay, just drop that. Have it bounce around a bit. Cause him some grief, because it's likely to be up from cooldown once I get back. Okay, that's good enough. I can go back and wait for the gold to tick up. Pardon me, I'm going to have to mute my...
This body is just one of many. You can't contain me, summoner.
Apologies for that. Hopefully that didn't come out on the YouTube clip. Let me double check. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, apologies for that. Double phone call. I'm putting my phone on mute because it is ridiculous that you guys should have to deal with my life issues. Yeah. Don't worry, I will take it out on this Brand, and you are going to die, Brand, because you have nowhere to run. There we go. That's why I find a game like League, it scratches a different itch from a game like Heroes. Heroes is like, I like to play with all the different themes of the heroes, and you know, and get a feel for their how they work, and you know, work together as a team. There's a different satisfaction there. Whereas in League, you can just one-shot people once you get far enough ahead. Once you got a couple of items ahead, you just one-shot people, and sort of like hitting a punching bag. You know, it's a good stress reliever. But the problem with League is you need to be good enough to be able to get to that point where you can start one-shotting people. Because if you don't, people are just going to one-shot you, and then people are going to flame you. Like your team is going to flame you for being a bad player, and maybe they have a point. Maybe you could have played more defensively in lane, or maybe you could have been more conservative. So it swings very quickly in League, whereas in Heroes of the Storm and in things like Hearthstone, it has more to do with oh crap, move away. Yeah. It has more to do with individual play. Sometimes you're more likely to be matched up against someone who is on your level. Not always. And League always has the vsAI option where you can feel overpowered, but it's not quite the same as stomping someone on the other end of an internet connection. I do acknowledge that. Not quite the same. But you still get, maybe you get 50% of the satisfaction of kicking the AI's butt, and that's good enough for me. I'm not too fussed about experience. It's like what I call a power fantasy. League fulfills the power fantasy of one-shotting people and feeling really overpowered much more than Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm has much more fulfilling the fantasy of creating a team and completing objectives. Different fantasies. Some people probably more into one than the other, and that's fair enough. That's why we have different games. That's why League is not Heroes and Heroes is not League, and no one will expect them to replace each other. There's time and place for both games in the market. Oh crap. That was a good stun from him. It's alright. I should be able to survive. Ooh, take that. Take that. There we go. On a rampage. How close am I to level 12? I can probably afford to keep fighting a little bit. To wait for my catalyst to come up. And definitely after this game, we are going to be in the big leagues. Sorry, big leagues. Not intentional reference. Not intentional pun, that is. And I'm going to start playing versus in normal ranked mode. No more of this vsAI. Unless, of course, there might be a very good reason to. Say, for example, a new hero comes out, and I decide to invest in it for this account. Ooh, Shin's out. Interesting. Okay, I'm out of here. You can dive me at any time. I'm out of here. Okay. I think you, my friend, Timo Agini, reported. Because you were just standing here botting. So I'm reporting this little SOB. 1800. What can I sell? I think I'll sell the corrupting potion. I think I'll sell the ring and this to pick up my Doran's, sorry, not my Doran's, pick up my Rod of Ages, yeah. And you know what, you might be saying, why are you talking about reporting people in vsAI? What's the harm? There is harm, because what if 4 of these people in this list weren't really good players, but they decide to go against intermediate, and you have this Timo sitting in the brush, just wasting time and causing the AI to think there's a player in the game. That might ruin their experience. It's worthwhile, in my opinion, to report players like that who are, in my opinion, are reducing the enjoyment of players to the game. Okay, that was pretty good. I've got my corrupting potion. Forgot to chug that. Should be chugging that. Can't quite reach the brand from here. Yeah, I do need to start chugging more. Yeah. Okay, let's just keep pushing. I may go up to top now that Fiddle has come to help me with mid. I may go up to top and push top out. We'll see how far we can go with. I haven't been using wards very keenly either. It's mostly my fault. All my fault. What are you talking about? And I will clear these. So Brand has very good wave clear. You do need to be a little bit vigilant with your auto attacks to get the full benefit of the wave clear. And I missed a minion there. That wasn't great. But yeah, I'm going to go up top. Where's blue buff? Actually, I'm going to take blue buff. I want to go jungle, blue buff, and Brand is actually a fairly good jungler as well, because I say that now, but I could be wrong. Because of the burn is really good on big minions, and also you can stun the big minions if you rotate your spells correctly. Yeah, so like this, I get to stun him, and he does no damage to me. And I'll take a couple of hits, but I'll stun him again. There we go. And I didn't take a ton of damage there. I took a bit of damage. And I can go back to mid with my blue buff. All, you know, and basically we're having unlimited mana. Now I should run around this way. Oh no, they're going to be pushed off slightly. Okay, can I land? Yep. Good enough chance for me to land the ulti that I will just drop it there. You know, it's not necessarily about killing your opposing champions. It's more like, you know, I'm protecting the tower, so I'm going to use my ulti to protect the tower. My ulti will be up in another 50 seconds. You know, up in time for another team fight. I'm level 13. I'm going to be able to go. Oh, that was really bad. I'm going to be able to get my catalyst activation very shortly. Xin Zhao is pretty good at dodging my. There we go. Got the catalyst going, so he's not going to be able to take me down. But if I had hit some of my Qs, I'm very rusty. You can tell I'm very rusty with Brand, or maybe I'm just bad with Brand. Phew. Yeah, not playing at 100%. Let's just go back. It's fine. We haven't died yet. You know, I forgot that the ticks on the Brand thing will stop me recalling, but we're okay. And obviously, I'm feeling like I need some survivability. The catalyst thing is okay, but I could probably do with some mana leech. I mean, spell leech, spell vamp. Sorry. Let's pick that up, and we don't need. Do we need fairy child? Let's take it anyway. Or perhaps a rejuve bead. Yeah, let's pick up the rejuve bead. Because I'm not finding that mana. I'm not finding mana to be an issue. I am finding my health to be an issue. So you know, spending 150 and I could sell it back for 105. It's fine. You get that little bit of power having the rejuve bead on you until the next time you go back to the shop, and you can sell it, or you can sell it for a little bit of extra. You know, I don't know if it's correct. It's just I just like having that little bit of power coming out of the shop. You know, I'm not going to keep it forever, but it's going to help me lane, or it's going to help me in a 2v1 or a 1v1, you know. Okay, yeah, so they're playing very far back. Oh, that was bad. Actually, I could do some cooldown reduction also, so I can cycle my spells more effectively. Oh man, these bots are really good at dodging my skill shots. It's fine. Hit this. Spread it. Clear. Now I want to chug a potion just to make sure that I have enough mana to combo Xin Zhao out if I need to. I'm just going to be pushing. Just going to be pressuring here. Put a ward down. Put a ward down. Okay, that was pretty good. Spread it. Couldn't quite spread it. No, that wasn't great. But I didn't take a lot of turret damage, so it's fine. Drink another potion. Okay, let's go. I hit somebody with it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, wait for it to tick. How many times does it tick? I need to actually count how many times it ticks, just so I can be a better Brand player, so that I can activate it on the final tick, or you know, the penultimate tick. Let me do that as a. So it lasts 4 seconds and it ticks every half a second. Is that the case? You're not taking him down. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, it's time to run away. Oh, what? Your minion blocked it. I think he should be dead. Yeah, he should be okay. Okay, let me shoot this and see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, each of those is 1 tick. Yeah, each of those purple swords. 1. Hold on. I'm out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll usually the best thing is to wait for it to tick 3 times. That's the takeaway I'm going to get from this. Do I have enough to clear? No, I don't have enough to clear the blue buff. I will take the blue buff on the way out though. Okay, and cooldown reduction, yep. So you could be tempted to take a magic pen here, but I do really like cooldown reduction for Brand. And you can always replace your boots. It's not as if your boots, you have to have the same boots. And probably just the movement speed. Okay, and I'll sell this. What else can I pick up? Can I upgrade this? No, I don't really want Hex Tech. See where I can go down this channel. Yep, this is pretty good. Pick up the Grievous Wounds one. Good against Shinzao. Good against Tarek. That was just coincidental. Actually, I didn't realize that. But definitely will be good against this composition, even though it's bots. You know, shouldn't worry too much. You know, during times like this, I really do like the fact that Heroes has a mount up mechanic. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh. Not quite. I'm gonna throw my. There we go. That was a pretty good activation. Drink my pot. Nice. Wait for our creeps to come up. Everyone else is AFK, my friend. Keep fighting. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna pop my ghost actually to catch up a little bit. Oh, good dodge. Yeah, see these AIs, they dodge better than real people. These AIs dodge better than I would. They know, well, obviously they cheat, so there's a reason why they dodge better than real people, but hey, pretty good. I'll drink a pot and I will ward up the jungle whilst picking up their blue buff. So let's do this. Probably should have waited till 3 ticks, but I just want to clear this thing. Okay, so stun number 2. Pretty good. Yeah, don't need that final hit. Okay, let's go back into mid. Now there's going to be 4 mid. G's. Okay, well I'm going to pull back 2. There's no chance I'm going to win against those guys. I'm not going to push out against those guys with 4 mid. So I'm going to just clear some jungle stuff. 1, 2. Yeah, I'll wait for 2 ticks is fine, and I'll go back into mid. I'm assuming they're trying to pain train down mid. Pain train being when a team groups up because they feel they're stronger in the team fight or more coordinated in the team fight and attempt to take you down. Too bad I have Brand and I can hit you from afar. Well, not always hit you from afar. And this is a good challenge actually, you know. Like, yeah, I'm going to report the teamer for being AFK, but this is fun. This is fun for me to play anti-siege against Pain Train of 4 AIs. It's fun. Okay, spread the fire. Oh, good. That almost missed. Okay, that was a little bit. Take that. I'm going to heal you up. Kill this Brand. Clear shot. There we go. Alright, let's go. Yeah, so Brand is actually a really good anti-sieger, I feel. Depending on what the range of the opposing team is, you can do a lot of work, you know. Because you can spread the wildfire amongst the minions that are pushing. You can do it. You can be quite strong defensively with Brand. And I really like that. He's good offensively, he's good defensively, he's really good in a team fight. He's not great in a 1v1 situation if he gets jumped on in the jungle or anything like that. And that's probably the primary way that you take down a Brand player. Okay. Help me out. Don't just stand there. There we go. Ooh. Oh, that was painful for some people. And also for me. But that's okay. We got a number of kills. Oh, that was bad. Should I risk the blue buff? No, I'll get the blue buff on the way out. Let's kill this thing for just some more vision. Get the blue buff on the way out. And AoE damage, probably Crystal Scepter. Yeah, I would like the Crystal Scepter. Let's sell this pot for the Crystal Scepter. And is there anything else that I can get? No, oh no, I can pick up the Will of the Ancients. That's pretty good. So I pick up the Water. Yeah, that was a bit silly for me to sell back that pot and buy back this pot, but you know, these things happen. Yeah, let's go defend mid. I'll do the blue buff if I need the mana after defending mid. Now mid is definitely going down, but that's fine. You can push it back up. Just to speed up a little bit. Okay. Ooh, just missed. Let me see if I can land this. better than human players. Really? What do you just stand there for? What? That was okay. Well, sometimes they bug out. Oh, I thought you were going to dodge. Okay, that worked out. Good enough for me. There we go. Yeah. So the Rylai's pretty valuable pickup there. Allowing me to slow them, and next pickup will probably be, I like building a semi-tanky brand, so Rylai's with that one that does damage if they're slowed and got a dot on them. What was it called? It's in his recommended items. Whoa, that was a quick Nuno. Okay, I'm not gonna take you guys on. I'm gonna go run to okay, I'm gonna try and save you, but there's no saving someone who's just AFK half the time. Probably not AFK, but you know. But at least you take some of their abilities. So now I get to kill these two. Such a tanky Nudu. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I've got no mana. Let's get out of here. Yeah, probably just going to port home and grab the blue. I'll just leave the blue there until I need it. Probably worthwhile for me to pick up the Hunter's Potion as well. Gives me mana in a pinch. I really do like the Hunter's Potion, and at this stage of the game, you can start refilling it by jungling just a slight amount. Morellonomicon, yeah, probably good there. But yeah, I'm going to sell the Hunter's Potion. This one, Leandri's Torment. Leandri's Torment. So I'm going to build up to Leandri's Torment. That's going to be my six item end game. Perhaps replacing the Boots of Lucidity. How much CDR do I have? I've got 20 from here. I've got 10 from here, and 10 from here. That's just right. It depends. I might possibly fill out that last item with something else. We'll see. So not pushing any further. They are okay. Come get me. Come get me. Come get me. See that? See how tanky I am? I can both deal damage and take damage, and that increases your effectiveness in battle. Offense is defense is offense. If you go too much of one or too much of the other, like if I didn't have any offense in this kit, there's no point being tanky. Like you need to build a balance. I think the best players in the league know the balance, or know when to go full offense, when to go full defense, and you know when to go in between. Because they just know. I'll let Fiddle have this. They just know. I'm going to grab blue buff. So if you get far enough at a certain point, you don't necessarily always want to build more offensive. You may want to build more defensive because you know that the opposing team will be gunning for you. And making it harder for them to take you down is always a good thing because you become an effective tank. Like as you become an effective tank, as your opponent, then it gives your team time to get to the fight, to deal some damage, to get some assist gold, and you know it benefits your team overall. But if you play selfishly and just build super hyper offensively, and then you just get one shot or two shot when they 2v1 you, your team is not really going to thank you for that. Okay, I think that Nunu's going down. Yeah, your team's not really going to thank you for playing super selfishly, but your team may thank you for playing, you know, like becoming the main tank. Even though I'm Brand, I may be the main tank because I deal so much damage. So you can surprise the enemy team by becoming tanky. That's a really long stun. Well, you're dead. Yeah, there we go. By becoming tanky, and you know, you take up, like, by nature, the damage dealers in the league team are also the tanks because the opposing team's assassins and frontline will be diving your damage, and it sometimes is prudent for them to have some sort of escape mechanism or some sort of sustain or some sort of defensiveness. One of the most common things that I see is that an AD carry forgets to buy lifesteal, and that is a huge problem because then you don't sustain from fight to fight. You just die. You do one fight and then you're low, and then you don't sustain from fight to fight. Also, some of the reason why I picked up Will of the Ancients. Obviously, I don't think Wota benefits. I don't think Wota benefits the team anymore. It used to give you an aura of awesomeness, but that's okay. It's good enough just to have it myself. Yeah, you are dead, my friend. Down, there we go. Yeah, so League is much more of a snowbally game compared to something like Heroes of the Storm. And if you're into more snowballing games, it feels much better to snowball if you're on the winning side. It feels much worse to lose if you're on the losing side. Whereas in Heroes of the Storm, you can be much more objective and say, we lost that objective and thereby went down 2 or 3 levels, and thereby, you can take more out of a game, as opposed to here in League. It's just like you get salty, and you will see me getting salty when we start playing against computer players. More likely salty against my own team because I like people to play at a certain standard, but I know that's not realistic. I know that's some people are beginners and people need to learn. You don't become a pro without being a beginner and being really bad at the game. You don't become really good without being really bad. It's just a fact of life. But anything. Okay, now we have a ton of gold. Leandries doesn't give me any. Yeah. So the thing I would be replacing is the boots. What do I want to replace? Can I get other movement speed items? I do like the boots though. Are there any AP based movement speed items? Point runner. Build up 20% movement speed over 2 seconds. Oh, near turrets and fallen turrets. That's not too bad, but then I lose the CDR. I could pick up Trinity Force actually because my cooldowns are pretty low. I don't think I can quite afford it right now because it's 3.8 and I've got 8 grand. Yeah, okay, so let's just buy some consumables. Which is the one that gives me more AP. Here we go. Sorcery. More AP or more tankiness? Yeah, let's take the more AP. Okay, let's go. And let's finish this. If we don't finish it in time, then I will go and pick up the Trinity Force. Replace my boots with the Trinity Force. Although, that might not be the best idea. Hard to say. But the boots definitely are the lowest value item on my list. It would be pretty cool, actually, if Riot... Let me type this in the show notes. What if Riot implemented late game boot upgrades? Because at the moment, the boot upgrades, the shoe upgrades, whatever it's called, the boots upgrades are early mid game, and sort of they just take up a slot in your and towards the late game, you sort of need to make that call whether you want to trade out the boots for something else. And of course, that's an interesting call, but perhaps it might be good to have a late game boot upgrade, like, an upgrade that costs like 4,000 or 5,000 gold. Maybe not that much, maybe a 3,000 gold upgrade. Just that next level of upgrade, maybe it gives you a bunch of stats, maybe it gives you, I don't know. It's up to the design team to decide what they want to do with that. Much harder for my opponents to dodge my Q once they're slowed using Thingo. I don't remember what I'm talking about. Thingo, you know what I'm talking about. The stick, the Crystal Scepter. The Crystal Maiden's Crystal Scepter. Okay, and we're done. So I'll throw Fiddle a helpful thing, and I'll throw Timo an AFK botting thing. Yeah. And that was pretty good. The game, how long did the game take? Let's have a look. Oh, new rune and mastery, so we will do that. So after post-game purchases and upgrades. So we will be doing that a fair amount until we get to rank 30, level 30. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's 2 against 5. You know, MF and Thingo were trying to help. But I'll be helpful, and Thingo is ridiculously AFK. Team seems to be botting. Cheating, yeah. Yeah, I'll just keep leaving the game AFK. And I like to believe that these reports make a difference so that this account gets banned. And this person has to go through more trouble for... You know, obviously, you're not going to... If there's a botter, you're not going to stop a botter. But flagging it for Riot, because Riot doesn't have enough people to manage this, the best way to do it is to be a player who spots this and says, no, that's not cool. And in my opinion, that's not cool. You know, if I wasn't in the game with 27 kills, this team might have lost. And we might have still lost, you know, and that's not cool. It's not a good experience for anybody except the botter. So the botter is being very selfish whilst compromising the game experience of those around them. So I don't respect that. I don't respect that at all. Okay, so we picked up... so now we can play normal. Awesome. And not playing Twisted Tree Line. We play normal. We picked up some runes and masteries. So let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I forgot to put them in. That was silly of me. That's okay. AD. Yep, health. And I can... Oh, let's go to the shop and pick up... Yep, let's pick up some blues. Some glyphs. Now glyphs are best at CDR, AP. Glyphs are pretty good at AP. Let me go and have a look. It tells you what glyphs are. Specialize in magic. Okay, so glyphs specialize in magic. Magic resist is not too bad, but not always applicable. Cooldown reduction is pretty good, and ability power is pretty good, and MP5 is okay as well, but I think you get more MP5, mana regen per 5, from seals. Let me double check. I'll go to tier 3 seals. Wow, okay. Mana regen per seals. So you get 0.41 MP5 from the tier 3 seal, and the tier 3 glyph. You get 0.33 MP5. Yeah, so seals are better for MP5. I'm going to write that down. Better for MP5. Glyphs better for CDR and AP. And MR? And MR question mark? Let me check that MR. Let me check that MR statement. Okay, so the glyph of defense. Let's go look at defense. MR, glyph of MR is 1.34. Seal of MR is 0.74. Yeah, so yep, so that's true. Seals are better for MP5, and I'm assuming Hp5. Glyphs better for CDR, AP, and MR, and I have confirmed that. Yep. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Okay, so we go back to tier 1 because I can't afford tier 2. I mean, I can't run tier 3 right now. So tier 3 glyph. Have I purchased anything? I haven't purchased anything yet. I'll get one set for AP champion. I'll get one set for an AD champion. So for AP, do I want ability power or cooldown reduction? Or mana per 5? I don't think this is quite enough mana per 5 to make a difference. I think with an AP champion, you want to be bursting things. So I'll take an ability power one. And for an AD champion that doesn't use the ability power, mana regen can also come in handy. I think magic resist or cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction or magic resist. Magic resist is only helpful against certain champions. Cooldown reduction is always helpful. So let's take that. Okay. So that's pretty good. Let's actually equip our runes and masteries. Unlike so AD, yep. So put in CDR for yep. Let's save. So for AP, I'm going to put in magic pen, health, and more AP. And these, the magic pen and plus AP, that's a really synergistic rune combo, so pretty good there. And let's pick our masteries. AD, AP, and tanky. Okay, let's just see what we can do with the tanky. It's just another point in one of these. Yep, so I'll just take another point in the tanky. AP, yep, same as before. There's not really any breakpoints you're reaching here, so I'm just going to save the masteries as is, just putting an extra point in, dealing more damage to minions and monsters for my AD carries and my top laners. And AP carries, you know, having some more ability damage. Okay, looking pretty good. We do have a bit of IP to pick up some champions, but I think I'll sit on that. I'll save a fair amount. I might even aim to save about 6.3k, which is how much a top tier champion, like one of the latest, the newer champions cost 6.3. The super new champions cost 7.8. But you wait a week and it goes down to 6.3. So I think I'll save that. Oh, I've also got some Riot points. Why do I have Riot points? Why did you give me Riot points? I have no idea. Can I buy any champions with the Riot points? Could I buy anything with the Riot points? Let me see. RP. No, I just need a little bit more. And I think there's a very specific reason why you gave me 400. Very specific reason. Let me look at account. None of these. Runes, codes, purchase. Bundles? I'd like to get some rune pages, maybe. Rune page, runes. The store could obviously use. Here we are. Additional rune pages. Yeah, it's still going to cost me more than the 400. What I can spend the 400 on is, you know, icons and skins and stuff, and I really don't care. So I'm going to leave that for now. Maybe things will go on sale more so than before. Let me just check. Let me check the prices of the cheapest skins. Probably 400 is enough to buy the cheapest skin possible. If this thing would load at all, please load for me. Please load for me. How much is the skin? It's not telling me. It's just not telling me how much the skins are. Let's actually go into... I don't think you can buy a skin until you own the champion. It's not going to tell me the cost of the skin. Oh, that's fine, doesn't matter. Who cares? Suffice it to say, we have 400 RP, and I don't know what to do with it. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. Let's wrap up there. Let me get to my overlay. Okay, yeah, so thanks in advance, everyone, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I do this for the love. Any gestures of appreciation mean a lot. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a lovely day. Hope you've had a lovely day, and hope you have a good end to the 2015 and a start to 2016. Yeah, take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time with some more budget league, because we will be doing some more. We'll be playing against people, with people, against people. So that's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to it. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. This is NoDust signing off. See you later.